for 5 years running. It's the OD in the AM with Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Well, it's not exactly Friday, but I think it feels like Friday to you. And the answer to you, Amory, is yes. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
We drive on 90. Well, good morning. It's nice to talk to you. There's no echo from you, but there is from me.
There's
at
echo.
home in the dining room again. It's kind of like old days again, like back when but at some point then we got into a groove. Like there was a smoothness to this, you know. Hopefully we're not going to do this long enough to get smooth. But we're here for you on a Wednesday to get you to the Thanksgiving. I'll hear myself twice today. Once as I say it, once as I hear it. But I'm here for you at 925. What's our number? No, that's my other option. That's my option. Well, look, when you're hearing yourself back in your head, and you got to think about what you're hearing, and then say it again, it's sometimes you give the wrong phone number. I gave but if you want to buy New Mexico Bowl tickets, it's 925-5626. That's the ticket office. So, and that'll be your sweet deal today. New Mexico Bowl tickets. 925-5626 if you want to buy New Mexico Bowl tickets. We're here for you today, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. And on the Twitter, well, you can hit JJ if you want it, _JJ Buck. I'm going to guess, Adrian just he put me back. I was wondering if he was getting the echo too. But you can watch the show on the Facebook, the OD and the AM, ProView Network's YouTube channel, over the air on channel 20.5. 20.4. God, I don't know. Good morning. All right then. I'll go.
Got this.
No, I'm not sure we do, but that's
It's like Friday.
This is what they want. So this is what we'll give them. UCLA was blew out the belt yesterday. Gonzaga UCLA was the greatest game ever. It was number one and number two. We never get number one and number two. We never get 1 versus 2 in college basketball in the regular season. I think it's happened once before. It happened last night. And Gonzaga blew UCLA out of the building. 83-63 in Vegas at the T-Mobile Arena. By the way, everything's in Vegas right now. We'll be there tomorrow for a little basketball. Maybe there won't be an echo. It's like, well, here one. Drew Timme was good. Chad Holmgren, their rookie. And you say rookie. He's a freshman. Fresh out of high school. Big, long, string bean looking dude is phenomenal. Timme had 18 and 8. Holmgren went for 15 points and 4 blocks. He had a play, and this is a big, long, I don't know how big he is. He looks like he's about 7'8". I know he's not. But he is listed at 7 feet tall. Kid out of Minneapolis. I'm pretty sure Richard Pitino tried to keep him in Minnesota when he was there. But a kid that decided to get away, go to Gonzaga, and there was a play in the second half. Dickie V went nuts, and the young man blocked a shot on the defensive side, corralled it, and instead of giving it up to the point guard, kind of started trotting, walking up the floor like a point guard, a 7-foot point guard, and then got to the front court and put it behind his back, and then had a spin move, and then went double-fisted down the lane and jammed it. It was phenomenal. Phenomenal. Gonzaga's ridiculous. They had a conversation during the game, and I will have this conversation here with you today. What's the best basketball conference in the West? Is it the West Coast Conference? I'm not sure it's the Pac-12 right now. I know you'd love to tell me the Mountain West. I'm not sure who the really good. I think there's 2 good teams. I think Colorado State is good. I think San Diego State is good. San Diego State beat Arizona State. They lost to BYU, and then you saw what BYU did to Oregon. Thank you. That's better. And Colorado State is good. But the West Coast Conference right now, I mean, Gonzaga is arguably, I don't know if it's arguable, they'll get Duke later this week, the best team in the land. BYU has been terrific. Maybe it is the West Coast Conference. Maybe it is, but they've been phenomenal. And ask Nevada, because I think Nevada's 0-4 against the West Coast Conference. Lobos go tomorrow. Women played last night in the pit. Final was 76-58. Lobo women beat Houston Baptist in the pit last night. You heard the game here on The Sports Animal. Back on the road, they're going back over to the Houston area. They'll be in Katy, Texas for 3 games this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can hear those games here on The Sports Animal. A insane, and I say a as it should be an insane finish in college basketball yesterday in the Houston-Wisconsin game. Houston's ranked 12th in the country. Remember, they were in the Final Four last year. They played Wisconsin in the Maui Jim Invitational, which I believe is being played in Vegas. And they were down 20 at halftime was Houston. This game was over, and I had it on the office, and I turned away. And then they went on a run in the second half to Houston. They outscored Wisconsin 43-25. Do the math. Wisconsin takes a jump shot with about 7-8 seconds to go. It's not good. Houston gets the ball back down by 2, trots it into the front court, and the young man, instead of taking a shot, passed down low. His buddy was open under the basket, which was great, except for time expired. And they never got a shot off. Never got a shot off. And Wisconsin upsets number 12, Houston, in the Maui Gym. It was a really good game. We're watching some really terrific games. And hopefully we'll get some more. But Gonzaga UCLA last night, while was exciting in pregame, didn't live up to it. I will tell you the best thing about that game was the return of Dick Vitale. And I don't know if you saw the beginning of the game, and
I did. It was awesome.
It was awesome. And I'm not asking you to like Dick Vitale if you don't. I'm not asking you to whatever. I'm asking you to kind of touch on your humanity for a second. Dick Vitale is 82 years old. He's spent the last year plus fighting cancer. And it's been relatively public, because he's quite public, over social media. And he did the very first basketball game. He broadcast the very first basketball game ESPN ever did. I want you to think about that, because now you watch them and they do 1,000 games, or what I think it is close to 1,000 games a year. But that, Amory, I believe it was 1975. I could be mistaken, but it was in that zone. He did the first college basketball game that ESPN's ever done. He became synonymous in, the 90s, 80s and 90s with college basketball, with his dipsy-doo dunkaroo, baby. He's a diaper dandy, baby. Oh, get a T.O., get a T.O. You know, his whole shtick. And look, guys have made careers on shtick, right? I mean, Chris Berman kind of did, and Dickie V did, and he became beloved. And by every account, he has been insanely good in the community. He has been insanely good as a human being, and God, who was he doing the game with? I keep forgetting. The guy who does Red Sox games last night. But was saying, he says, I'm going to send him a letter. I'm going to send him a card. And he's like, I know you will, because I've watched you. Like, he always does that. And if you've watched any of the social media around Dick Vitale's fight, you'll see all the love and the outpouring of support. And so last night was his first game back since 2020. I guess actually it might have even been before that, but since fighting cancer. And he broke down crying, like an authentic cry. I never thought I'd be here. I never thought I'd be sitting here. When they told me I had 6 weeks, and he thought he was, he says at 82, I thought the ride was over. The book's done. And, an 82-year-old man who fought cancer and is still fighting, and to get back to something he loves, and to something with which he is synonymous, and with which, again, I'm not asking you to like his shtick if you don't. That's cool. That's your thing. But the humanity of watching him, watching an 82-year-old man on my TV sitting courtside and crying tears of joy because he didn't believe he would ever be back doing something he loved in a place he loved. It was Vegas, and it was courtside, and it was doing basketball. If you've not seen it, and Amory, I guess we could play. It's courtesy would be ESPN. We could play the audio.
I'll find it.
I'd like to do that.
I would love to. I will find
it. Did you see it?
Yes. No. Yes, I did.
What'd you think?
I loved it, and I loved him, and basketball was my first love. So it's like, he's been an icon like my whole life.
Yeah.
My whole life. So it was awesome.
I was packing and kind of, I had both TVs on upstairs and downstairs, and I was doing something, and I kind of caught the middle of it, and I backed it up and watched it from the front again, and then I saw it. Van Pelt ran it on SportsCenter, and like if it doesn't touch you just a bit, pinch yourself and figure out what's going on, especially the day before Thanksgiving. Realize what you're thankful for. There's a man who was thankful to be alive. Thankful to be doing what he's doing. And as you go to work, and granted, not every one of us have a great job like that we get to go to Vegas and sit courtside at games and be treated first class like that. But be thankful for what you got. As we go through this season, after everything we've been through over the past 20 months, 22 months, like I get it. It's imperfect. And for Dick Vitale, it's imperfect. Chemo's a bitch.
Yes,
and he's been fighting it, and he's been going through everything he's been going through. And you've gone through your stuff, and we've gone through our stuff, like everybody has. But take a moment like Dick Vitale did, and if it brings you to tears, and let it bring you to tears, man. Realize what you've got and how damn lucky we are, to be alive after going through this and fighting. It's imperfect, and gas prices are high, and inflation sucks. But you know what? If you got someone to hug tonight, tomorrow, if you've got a job, if you've got food on your table and a bed to sleep in and a roof over your head, and golly, man, I tell people daily, and Dick Vitale reminded me watching it last night, I know how bleeping lucky I am. Every day I've got 2 jobs I love. I mean, I'm relatively healthy. Like, look at the bright side. And just a suggestion from the guy on the radio, it's Thanksgiving time, man. Realize
Well said,
what you
Jeff.
have
Well
after
said.
everything going on. I mean, am I wrong?
No, you are absolutely not wrong.
And just watching him. All right, 505-246-0610. We're going to get into a little basketball, what they got with UAB. By the way, I was prepping my charts for the UAB game. I mean, you're talking about transfers from Duke and Georgetown, and you got a game coming up tomorrow, by the way. Get to the Mountain West scoreboard. We got football tomorrow. College football playoff standings came out yesterday. Significant movement in that. It's the opening drive. I'm Jeff Symbieta with A. Marie on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Just Getting Started with Rich Eisen has stories of humble.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years.
Is it wrong that every time I hear that Total Wine jingle, you know, Total Wine, booze and tequila and bourbon and your beer or whatever it is it wrong that I think of 2.5 Men and Charlie sitting at his piano writing jingles with some hottie right there on the
On
patio?
the Malibu or wherever they live.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
That's what that character did for a living. That's how he made all that money, was write jingles, right?
Yes.
That was his shtick. Yeah, that's what I
Living on Sticks. Theme
what
of the
living
show
on
so
the
far.
shtick. Never mind the Ritz. Living on the shtick. That's what we're gonna do today. All right, so here's what we'll do, and I'll open this up. You weren't with us, but 1 year ago today, and I say 1 year ago today, 1 year ago the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, I was sitting here at my dining room table, and this was the Jolly Rancher versus Candy Corn Day. And this is the day. This is might be one of my favorite. I've done this show for a lot of years. It's been 13. I can't remember 13, 14, but and we've had great days. By the way, Amory, yesterday was honestly, I look back on our show yesterday and we had a hell of a show. Like the horrific story yesterday of Martese Patterson, the offensive lineman for Gladiators, who was shot and killed, and having a conversation with their coach Sherman Carter, and then the conversations we had back to back with Bryson Carroll and Jamal Mashburn Jr. yesterday were about as two. And this is why I tell people all the time, I would so much rather. I know we talk to coaches a lot, but I would so much rather talk to the student athletes or the players and get their stories, because those two young men were fantastic.
And they just seem like grown, mature men. They're so well spoken and just they're great.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
Great personalities.
Yeah, and so
that was an epic show. Ended up being an epic show.
After an epic start.
Rough first quarter, but you know.
But we finished strong, and unlike Houston, we got the final shot off.
I was gonna say, we're not a first half team.
I guess not. So a year ago today, we had a show, and JJ and I have this. And you're a Jolly Rancher person, right? Not if it came to Jolly Ranchers or candy corn.
Jolly Rancher.
Yeah,
the green ones.
And I love the watermelon ones. And I've not eaten any candy. Like, I'm not. I still have all the Halloween candy here. I've had one Kit Kat. But I did go into Addie's bag, and I found like 3 Jolly Rancher watermelons, and I took them. So this is an obvious answer, right? Candy corn's stupid. It's sugary wax. I mean, what the hell are you doing? So we had Paul Weir on that morning. He was a men's basketball coach at the time, and they were in Lubbock. Lobel basketball was. And Danny Gonzalez was in Phoenix, where Lobo football was, and he was working out. I think he was riding the bike or doing his cardio, and he was working out. And he texts me and he says, "Tell JJ," and I'm paraphrasing, but he's insane. obviously it's Jolly Ranchers. And I'm like, right, Coach is listening in Phoenix. He's listening to the show and see JJ. I'm like, why didn't we ask Weir? And so I texted Paul, and Paul didn't respond. And I said, he's not going to respond. I mean, come on, he's not going to commit to something like this. And I guess I said, let me check on Jan. So I texted Chris Jans. Jans was in Arizona with New Mexico State. And right away he fires back, oh, Jolly Ranchers, watermelon, of course, duh. I mean, this is easy. So I'm like, nice. We got if we can get the Texas guy, we got 3 states going. We got Arizona, we got Nevada, we got Texas, and we got our show sitting here. And in the background, Danny Gonzalez was texting where he's like, come on, make a choice. Come on, make a choice. And finally Paul comes back and he said pink starbursts. and it was like, you can't. Okay, fine. Pink starbursts are good. Yeah, I like those.
I love
too.
pink starbursts.
Yeah, I do too. In fact, Monica at my office, who bought a bag of just pink starbursts, and they're delicious.
You can do that?
Yeah, she found that. But in the background, so Danny texts Weir, says, none of this pink starburst crap. Make a choice. And he forced Paul to make a choice, going back and forth. So finally, Paul went Jolly Ranchers. But it was one of the most fun days where we were having the coaches from all these different, from 3 different spots, from 3 different states back here in New Mexico. It was a good day. It kind of gave you a little validation, man.
No, I like it. I like it.
If nobody's listening, at least the coaches are.
At least the coaches. Oh, it's holiday. It's fun. People are off. Maybe they're up and early. We do have a phone call whenever you want to take.
Yeah, tell me.
It's Howard.
Yeah, let's go. 505-246-0610. Hello, Howie. How are you?
Good morning, folks. How you doing? Hey, Marie. The first question is, and by the way, it's Jolly Rancher watermelon green apples, hands down. It's a tie, but Jolly Rancher all the way.
I don't know. I just like the green ones.
Yeah, no, that's what you like. But Jolly Ranchers is a wonderful, wonderful piece of candy.
So anyway, my first question goes to A. Marie.
Oh, boy. Here we go.
A. Marie, the first broadcast of the State of the Union from the Symbieta dugout yesterday
oh, boy.
occurred. And then all of a sudden, our chief and commander releases $50 million barrels of oil in an order to try to drive down fuel costs for the holidays. You say coincidence? I say no.
I say no.
I was trying to get you more than 50 million
I say no coincidence whatsoever.
I thought we were just doing Super Bowl predictions. Thanks for getting the gas prices down.
The OD and the AM has powers beyond belief.
Oh, really?
Fireside chat, baby. Fireside chats.
There you go. So you say the deck may be a little stacked against the Lobos tomorrow, huh, Jeff?
I don't know stacked against them. I just think they're up against a good team. I was doing I prepped my boards for the call tomorrow yesterday, and I was just looking at what UAB has, and there's a lot there. Like, first of all, they've beaten some, they're playing well. They've got some length, and they've got a lot of Division I transfers. I'll get into that in a little bit, but I was just going down. Damn, this guy's from Duke, and this guy's from. I don't know if they can play. You look at New Mexico's roster, and you say, well, God, that guy's from Kansas, and that guy's from Minnesota, and that guy's from. So I guess does it mean anything? But I mean, they're a team that here I'm looking. They got transfer from. Everybody's a transfer. Ole Miss, Seton Hall, Memphis, and Auburn, LSU and Georgetown, same kid. Clemson. Duke was the other. I was in San Francisco. I was prepping that. South Alabama. So and there's some length on there. They're a team that UAB team is 4-1, and they were picked preseason favorites in Conference USA in some polls. Now, who have they beaten? Nobody, man. They lost to South Carolina 66-63, if that means anything to you. So they played one SEC team. They beat Alabama A&M, Rhodes, Morehead State, and UNC Asheville. So.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give you my holiday impression of Edward. I'm going to help you all line your pockets with a little bit of money. All right? It's going to be the Cowboys. They will beat the spread. The Bears will beat the spread. And the Bills will beat the spread.
The Bears.
A 3-game parlay, and I will help you guys line your money with your pockets with some holiday money.
What's the
Happy
Bears
Thanksgiving,
spread?
everybody.
Yeah, let's go to these spreads right now.
See you, Howard. Thanks for the call. What is the Bears spread that he's so sure? Because I kind of have a weird feeling.
He didn't use any
Lions
fancy
tomorrow.
words. That wasn't a really good
No,
impression.
that was he didn't extrapolate any data and tell me how handsome he was. The Bears are 3-point favorites over the Lions. Who started quarterback?
On the road. Andy Dalton versus Tim Boyle.
Is it Tim Boyle?
Yeah. Jared
that
Goff has an oblique injury, whatever that means. Raiders at Cowboys -7. Bills at Saints +4.
I like the Bills. I do like the Bills. I'm squeezy on the Cowboys. I think 7.5 might be too much, and I got a weird feeling on the Lions, so I might go against him. But I mean, go against everything I say, and you'll win money. So go with Howie. Because I mean, you think I'm kidding?
You've heard it first at the fire. What do we call
chat?
them? Fire? Yeah, fireside chat. You should have a fire going. That'd be even more. That'd be great.
I should. I would have had to get up earlier, though. 505-246-0610. Coming up at 8:30, I think, Sebastian Noel's going to be with us from ProView Network. So, we teased the hell out of it last week, remember?
Yes, we did.
Yeah, but I believe he'll be back. I mean, he's got to be back. We got state championships this weekend, don't we?
Yes.
Like I'll double check, make sure he's in. So we'll do that at 8:30 this morning. 505-246-0610. If just call in if you want to, just be thankful. Feel free. You can do your Thanksgiving call. You can tell me about the UCLA game last night. I got to get into the college football playoff standings, the NFL schedule. We'll go through that today too because we're not here.
We're out.
It's not that we're not working. I'm working Thursday and Friday. I got a little basketball for you from Vegas against UAB tomorrow over on News Radio KKOB. 4:30 pregame, 5 o'clock tip, and then we will have the game on Friday, whichever time they play against whomever they play in that tournament. So I'm working, Marie. We're just not doing the show.
Always working, my friends.
Yeah, especially about now. All right, you started your holiday shopping yet? Probably, probably not. Can I get you over to All In Autographs and help you with your holiday shopping? They're willing to help you as well with their green and red sale. All In Autographs is at 2225 Wyoming Northeast, just south of Manal in the Hoffmantown Plaza. They are Albuquerque's premier sports memorabilia and collectible destination. So what does that mean? Go to their website and take a look, allinautographs.com. You'll get an idea. It is a museum of sports collectibles, entertainment collectibles, music collectibles, history, like guitars that were. I saw a Prince signed guitar and Grateful Dead backstage passes and pictures and like there's Sinatra and there's DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe, and then there's a piece with Tiger and Muhammad Ali, and it's just insane stuff. It is wonderful stuff. You're going to want something and you'll find a gift. The red and green sale's going on right now. There's red and green stickers on a lot of items throughout the store, and those items are 20 to 40% off. Plus, all framed jerseys are now 20% off through the end of the year. Tell them you heard it from me. Say the guy on the radio or the idiot in the box I guess that's wrong. No. Yeah, I guess maybe. The idiot on the radio, Jeff, use my code 959, whatever. You'll get $50 off a $200 item. Go by and see them. All In Autographs is terrific. Allinautographs.com. You can call them at 505-504-7575. That's 505-504-7575. Or visit them at 2225 Wyoming Northeast in the Hoffmantown Plaza. All In Autographs, remembering the greats, celebrating legacies through autograph, sports, music, entertainment, and history memorabilia.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened?
Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Car Crafters is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
It's animal.
All right, I am remiss. You ever use the word remiss in any other context? But, well, I would be remiss if I didn't. Well, I am remiss because I didn't. I got to give credit where credit is due on the Jolly Rancher and candy corn conversation. Eddie Nunez also was in on that too, and I remember that Eddie he's on the Jolly Rancher. He's on Team Jolly Rancher. JJ was like overwhelmed. Nobody was on Team. I think Grady was like the only one on Team Candy Corn Sugary Wax. But yep, Eddie Nunez was in on that. He made sure that he was in on Jolly Ranchers, and I was let know that again. I got to get him a bag of Jolly Ranchers as well. What's up to you? Opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie, JJ out today. Hopefully he'll be back next week. I got a text from, hey, they're listening to us in Florida, Amory.
Woo!
Being thankful from courtside at the ESPN Wide World of Sports Dayton, currently practicing. Huh?
Awesome.
The meanest of green will be up at 10, so North Texas is there as well. So he's courtside, the Wide World of Sports, the Orlando tournament going on.
Thanks for listening.
Appreciate Ryan on the East Coast. Maybe we get a little surf report from Ralph on the West Coast later today as well. All right, so there's a story out. FootballScoop.com reported it yesterday. New Mexico State University may be targeting a guy that I thought you might be a little familiar with, Jerry Kill, as their next head coach. Jerry Kill has been a head coach since 2015. He was a coordinator at Minnesota. And he's currently the interim head coach since Gary Patterson has been fired at Minnesota. But I think Aggie fans are going to best remember Jerry Kill, and this is the first thing that came to my mind. He's got some health issues, and he would have seizures. And there was a New Mexico State game, gosh, it feels like 8 years ago, He had an epileptic seizure on the field. Like he was carted off the field like during the game, and I want to say New Mexico State won that game in Minneapolis. But he was 29-29, went to 3 bowl games at Minnesota. He's been a very successful head coach. He's 60 years old. He worked with Mario Mocha back when Mario, the athletic director now at New Mexico State, was the head coach or was the athletic director at Southern Illinois, and Jerry Kill was his head coach at Southern Illinois from 2001 to 2007. He spoke yesterday because he is the interim head coach at TCU to Jerry Kill, and didn't say anything's off the table. I mean, he'd be up for the TCU job or the New Mexico State job. He's been talked about for the Iowa State job. He gave the coach speak, quote, "Right now I need to concentrate on what I'm doing. I've said all along that I was committed to my job here and so forth. Right now, I've got too many things going on. I can't do 2 jobs or whatever. I'm not that smart, so I'm just focused on where I need to be right now," end quote. This is an interesting one. This would be a proven head coach. There's a lot of proven head coaches. I've heard a lot of names. Ken Orgeron here. What about Dan Mullen? I mean, those guys. But when you saw Clay Helton go from USC to Georgia Southern, I think a few people said, well, why not? Well, Georgia Southern's paying more money than you are. And Clay Helton probably was going to get another job. So you don't know, you've never had anything to do with Jerry Kill in Minneapolis?
No. But now reading up, I just read the health thing, and that's about it. And then TCU. So no, yeah. I didn't follow him that much.
Okay, no, fair enough.
Wasn't a big Gopher or anything. Wasn't a big Gopher fan.
That's fair.
All these years.
Aggie fan, what does that sound like to you? You've got another year of independence, and then you'll get into Conference USA, an established. So I've heard a few Aggie fans tell me you've got to go with a young up and comer, and I've heard a number of people say he's got to have a Hispanic surname. I don't know if that has anything to do with it or not. Yeah, I've heard that from a number of Aggie fans.
I would just be concerned about his health, but yeah.
Jerry Kill? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a fair concern. And I think that's probably why he's not been a head coach since 2015. Now, I don't know what his health situation is. Do they have it under control? I don't know. I think that would obviously be something that is real. It was 2011. Gosh, it just doesn't seem that long ago. But the game against New Mexico State, where he had that seizure during the game, and
scary.
I got to go back and look it up, but I'm pretty sure New Mexico State won that game. But he had epileptic seizures on the field, and he stepped away in 2015 as the head coach of Minneapolis in Minnesota. And he had the seizures again while he was the offensive coordinator at Rutgers. That was in 2017. He's been at TCU the past couple of years. He's the interim head coach, and look, he's an accomplished, proven head coach. Everything I've ever heard about him is really positive, by the way, as far as who he is and how he does things and what he does. And it would make sense that Mario would be talking to Jerry Kill. I don't think it's a done deal yet, but it makes sense. Mario hasn't commented. Aggie fan, how do you feel? Where I am. I hate talking about a man's job when a man has his job. I'm not big on who's going to replace him if he gets fired. I think this one's pretty obvious. Doug canceled his media availability yesterday. They've got 1 game left.
1 game.
Doug, we were told that he wasn't going to be able to spend some time with us yesterday in his typical Tuesday slot. And so I think it's pretty obvious what's going on here. And so I think Mario would like to act quickly. I think he would like to get somebody in quickly. And I got to believe he's known what he's doing, at least making a change. Now, has he known who he's going to hire? I'm sure he's got his short list. The quicker, the better, without being rushed, if that makes any sense. John Wooden, I used to say, go quickly, but don't hurry. You want to do this right, but I think you'd like to get a recruiting class in here and save what you've got and bring somebody in to provide some stability. Mario's got an interesting weekend. I mean, I would anticipate that this is done by the time we gather on Monday, right?
Oh, yes.
Not the new hire, but
no.
Doug's. Yeah,
Doug's fate. Yeah, Doug's fate. Doug you right into the sunset. Hopefully he leaves the palm tree behind.
Yeah. I think they win on Saturday, don't you?
I hope so. Go out with pride with a win. Yeah. Go out with a bang.
So, Aggie fan, I'm interested in your thoughts on the rumors on Jerry Kill. It's an interesting name. It's an established, older coach. What does that do for you? A guy that right now is coaching at TCU. 505-246-0610. That's how to get.
We have phone calls, but hold on. We have to go to the break.
No, I got to go. I know I got to go to the break. I didn't realize that we have those, so we'll get them when we come back. I got emails in at Jeff at SportsAnimalABQ.com. It's the opening drive. Adrian's producing on TV. A. Marie on the radio on 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From the laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Global Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
Animal. OD on your AM on your day before Thanksgiving. It's kind of like a Friday. Do we hoe today?
I think we should hoe probably. I think we need a Thanksgiving hoe.
Yeah, I think
a pre-turkey hoe.
Yesterday was one of the most challenging days I've had in a long time. I'm not gonna lie, I could use a hoe. I could use a drink too, but I could use a hoe.
We need some hoe and some Maker's Mark. Stat.
Could use all that. Let's go to the phones, 505-246-0610. Fred, thanks for holding. Good day, sir.
Hey, Jeff. How's it going, guy?
Good. How you living?
Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Hey, great weekend. You know, with the football game coming up and then the 2 basketball games for men, 3 for the women, all the high school football games. But I have to bring up one thing that I brought up 3 weeks ago, and you guys haven't talked about it at all. And so, and I think Harold blasted me after we lost two games at home. But it's volleyball. You haven't talked about him at all, and I just want to tell everybody this guy, this Gonshire guy, is something else. We were 4-10 last year. We're 20-11 this year. The only team that's beaten us twice, that swept us in matches, is UNLV. Of course, that's who we have to play today at 5. But this guy's done a hell of a job. If people look up who he is, he's known all over the country. I don't know how we got him. Nunes did a hell of a job getting him. But they play at 5 today against UNLV. And when we did lose to UNLV, Goreca, who's really good from Mexico, she was sick, so she didn't play. So I don't know what chance we have. God, we got to play UNLV at UNLV. If we beat them, we got to play number 1 seed Colorado State. But I just want to say that, you know, to have a record of 20 wins and 11 losses and 11-7 in the conference, that's a hell of a job considering he was 4-10 last year. So I just want to give props to Lobo Volleyball because no one's talked about them at all.
And that's a terrific win, or a terrific season, a terrific turnout. Now, will they play the Aggies next year? That's what people are pissed off about. I know they didn't dodge them. It was a scheduling conflict. I know.
No, they're going to play them next year. I heard Gonshire say that. He discussed it with, is it Nelson? Is that the coach? I forgot who it is over
the one down there
at State. Yeah,
Mike Jordan. It's Mike Jordan.
Jordan. But but he discussed it with him. They talked about playing this year, but he just thought, give him one more year. This is the second year, and now he's ready to play him. So I'll guarantee they'll be playing him next year. And State's really good, and probably unfair to go against them, but I think it's great to go against the Aggies but they will play each other. I guarantee
Is it any more
year.
unfair to play them than it is to play UNLV or Colorado State?
Well, yeah, but I mean, State has such a great record for all these years now. Of course, this year they got beat. They got upset in their conference. But
did at home.
Hey, no Jolly Rancher, but Reese's Take 5. I've never heard of it.
That's a good one.
Pretzels, caramel, peanut butter, peanuts, and chocolate
The
bars.
whole gang.
All combined.
Well, that's so now that opens up a whole nother story. I mean, if we're talking about your favorite candy bar, that's a whole nother. This was always a little grabbable conversation. But when you open up the whole what's the best candy bar conversation, now you're old school enough to go back to like the Reggie Bar or Abba Zaba. Do you remember Abba Zaba?
Oh yeah.
It was the
I
taffy
do.
with the peanut butter in it, which I thought was phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's a whole other.
Yeah.
Look, I'm here for you today. I mean, whatever. I'm open on a Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I'm like a damn. My couch is open. All right,
have a
Fred.
nice Thanksgiving.
Have a good Thanksgiving.
Okay. See ya. Bye bye.
You gotta go to candy bar.
I don't really like candy.
That's right. You're not a sweets.
I'm not a sweets gal.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, what about Thanksgiving sides? Do you ever get into that? We have to get into that too.
Yeah, we could do that.
I think that's
whatever.
important.
I'm easy.
I mean,
it's Jolly Ranchers. Oh, that was you. How come I'm hearing your response?
I have no idea.
Is that? Do we hang up on Fred?
I don't
That
know
might be
what's
what it
going
is.
on here.
I'm hearing you come back.
We're just hanging out with Fred.
in Fred's living room. Abba Zaba's a good side for your turkey. So is Jolly Ranchers. I don't know. Look, I'll eat. Man.
Go volleyball.
Whatever they put in
Lobos.
front of me. Whatever they put in front of me. Honestly, I've eaten Thanksgiving meals in so many places. I've lived. So when I was in Washington State, this is a true story. There's a town called Touchet. Touchet. It's on the way to Spokane. Little single A or B town, like high school town. And I was the first sports guy that started going out there and covering their games. They would play 8-man football during the day on Friday, and we did 15 games a night. We called it the Gridiron Express, and I went out. So I got in the little news vehicle, took the hour drive out to Touchet. The games were like 78-62, and so you would get a bunch of highlights. But there was a family out there that took me in and started inviting me to Thanksgiving. I mean, when I tell you they grew the wheat for their bread, not only they didn't bake the bread, they grew the wheat and baked the bread. That's how fresh those were.
Oh my God, amazing!
Yeah, Alicia and Bud and the Cinegrounds. And that was when I was in Tri-Cities for those next 3 years. That was my Thanksgiving meal. Literally just took me. And I went out to Touchet for Thanksgiving.
That's incredible.
Phenomenal. R.I.P. to both Alicia and Bud. They were just good people. All right, 505-246-0610. Aggie fan, your thoughts on the story that's out there that Jerry Kill could be your next head football coach. You got a game this weekend against Massachusetts. Be nice to go out with a win. I got NFL stuff too. Adrian Peterson news this morning. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610 Sports Animal.
Every Raiders game.
Snap and hand.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and
This is the opening drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Buck.
I was just checking out the Touchy School District website to see if they're still called the Indians. They are.
Oh, they still are.
Yeah. Rough season, though, man. Yeah,
Oh,
rough
boy.
season. Yeah, they're playing 8-man football. They went 2-6 this year, 1-5 in the league.
Yikes.
That's a tough year, man. They lost to Liberty Christian, and then Sunnyside Christian, and then Pomeroy. The Sal's 78-26. That's a tough day. St. John Endicott beat them. Oh, it's a who'd they beat, man? I mean, they beat Yakima. No, Yakima National Tribal beat them 80-36. That's a tough year. All right, fine. Those are. Let me just tell you, when you go to people's home for Thanksgiving, farmers who grow their own food.
Oh, I
and
can't imagine.
I'm just telling you, I've eaten freshly baked bread before, but this was I mean, they grew the wheat like you drive.
Literally farm to table.
Yes, they farmed their whole table. Yes, farmed to their table. Yes,
Not like that
was-
trendy stuff in the big cities, farm to table. Like
God
this
bless
is
them.
actual farm to table.
Yeah, you were in New York City, and I was
Bartending, eating Chinese food on Thanksgiving.
Population of Touchy Washington. I wonder what it is.
This
I'm
is-
going to over under 500. What do you think?
Under.
Population 449.
I knew it. This is my first Thanksgiving home in Albuquerque in like 10 years. So I'm super excited.
In Walla Walla County.
Walla Walla County.
That's right, in Walla Walla County, on the way out to Walla Walla. All right, 246-0610-888-922-0610. We are here for you. I got your emails coming in. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ, he'll be back, I believe, on Monday, right? Do we think we're going to be in studio on Monday?
I hope so.
All right.
As fun as this is.
It's not that fun. No.
It's a good reminder during Thanksgiving, to be thankful for what we have. I think that's why this is happening.
I'm thankful that we're able to do it this way, that we've got the
There we
technology
go.
there to do. Ron said, does J.J. Buck equal Terry Wilson, question mark?
What does that even mean, though?
I'll explain it to you. Jeff, remember when Wilson first got hurt? Every Monday, Gonzalez said, we hope to get Terry back this week. It'll be a game-time decision. So J.J.'s on a show-by-show basis? I guess he is kind of on a show-by-show basis.
He kind of does everything at the same time, though.
What do you
Every sport, every show. The guy works.
Well, JJ and Vital are your Swiss Army knives around there, right? I mean, JJ can do everything. He could do what Vital does. I guess Vital could come in and host a show too. I have no doubts he could.
Yeah, he's fun.
But yeah, no, Vital's a star.
I love him.
If there's an MVP,
Minus being a Packers fan.
If there's an MVP of our radio station, can I send a wonderful thank you to Eddie Nunez?
Of course.
Can I? So I just got I just got a text from Eddie. He said, "Hey, I'm close to your place. Can anyone let me in?" I told him, "Hey, so we're at home." He says, "All right, no worries." I was having coffee with somebody and was going to drop off something for you guys. He is. Let me just tell you, that's one of the good guys. And I've given you full disclosure before. I consider Eddie a friend, but I think the job that he's done and the way he does it, and that it's those kinds of things, not because he brings us coffee, but because he does that for people on a regular basis and has realized that job, and I've told people like the athletic director job, you can't do that job sitting behind your desk. You just can't. Not that that's how that's been done in the past, or it has. But you can't do that job, and especially the one in Las Cruces, sitting behind your desk. You got to get out and meet people and make them feel special. And I've watched Eddie work over the last X number of years, and I just think what he's done for this athletic program, and you're starting to see the fruits of the labor. I get it, not in football yet on the field as far as wins and losses, but I firmly believe you will. But you're winning championships. I think you feel better about basketball. You've gotten through some really tough times. And I said during COVID, gosh, I remember sitting, here we are back in the same damn spot again. But during COVID, I guess we're not out. I hope UNM realizes and Lobo fans realize how fortunate they are to have had that gentleman as the leader through this. He's been through crisis. Like he was primed for this, maybe not even knew it. He when he was at LSU, he was guy leading the move. Like they had a hurricane and they had to move one of those early season huge games, LSU games out of New Orleans or out of Baton Rouge and move it to DFW or move it to Atlanta. He's a guy that gets it. And I hope Lobo fan realizes, hey, Marie, you want something? He said I could leave something for Marie in the lobby. You want something?
Sure.
She's in.
Next break, I'll run out there.
Sure, I'll tell her she'll run down next break. But I think he's done an unbelievable job. I think he's done an unbelievable job.
Shout out to you, Eddie,
in steering this athletic program in a direction where they are. All right, I promised you Adrian Peterson news as we went to break. And there he was coming back, and he scored a touchdown, and you're going to start him on your fantasy team. Don't. If you got him on your fantasy team, don't. The Tennessee Titans announced they have waived Adrian Peterson. He was signed November 2nd. What's today's date?
November 24th.
Yeah. What?
I forgot to tell you, too, but in our pre-production meeting, Mike White and Joe Flacco are on the COVID list.
Okay, so I saw that. Zach
Sorry, I
Wilson's
forgot.
back.
Mike White is big news here on the OD, so
No, I get it.
I forgot at the pre-production meeting to say
that's
that.
that's my next NFL note, and so I appreciate that. So Adrian Peterson cut. The Jets, who will play the who the hell they play?
Oh,
I was just looking at you. Just told me who they play. They're playing the Texans. All right, so I bat signal, and not even bat signal. Sean, I'm worried about you.
Sean, we haven't heard from him either.
Yeah, I'm worried about you because I haven't heard from you. Your team has been garbage. You've been going through quarterbacks like crazy, and I am worried about you. Are you okay? How about what? I mean, is that not a fair concern?
Yeah. Who's starting? I'm just looking. Who's going to start at quarterback?
Well, it's going to be Zach Wilson.
Oh, Zach is back. Zach is back.
He's been out the last 4 games, but he'll return Sunday. So it's back to Zach Wilson.
All right, let's go. Tyrod Taylor, Zach Wilson.
I just, what are we doing? But I'm more, I mean, the hell with the Jets. I'm worried about Sean.
Yeah, Sean, we usually hear from him on Mondays. I know it's a off week, a holiday week.
So has Zach Wilson just not been in the quarterback room with Mike White and...
What's going on here?
How is he okay? I mean, like if you sit 4 feet across the table from someone, I don't know. Should you be told that
like
you
protocol.
might have been, like, I don't know. Should somebody tell you? I don't know how this works. So maybe he wasn't there.
Maybe.
All right. So what the hell do I know? Zach Wilson's been sidelined the last 4 weeks with a sprained knee. He'll play against the Texans. Schefter's reporting that Mike White has tested positive for the COVID, and that Joe Flacco was deemed a close contact. So both were put on the COVID list. The COVID. I just hear it too. I just see the lady. I can just hear it. I can't take that because of the COVID.
God, and their running back Michael Carter is out. I mean, the Jets are in for it this week, huh? Against the Texans.
This week. And the Texans just beat the Titans last week. How do you bet that game? How do you bet that game?
Yeah, let's look at spreads here.
By the way, your backup will be Josh Johnson, who's been promoted from the practice squad. Didn't he have a moment this year too?
I think so.
Yeah. All right. So Wilson just cleared medical evaluations, and so he's okay. He'll be the 3rd different starting quarterback in 3 games. He was originally replaced by Mike White, who was the next greatest thing. White started 3 games. He was benched for Flacco, who lost to the Dolphins 24-17. And now they both have the COVID.
The COVID. The COVID.
COVID's the worst thing ever, but all of a sudden it's funny to be
not.
done.
Yeah, everyone relax on this though. We're making fun of that New York accent.
Everyone
Here we go. Everyone's going to cancel us, thinking we're laughing at COVID.
It's the COVID.
The COVID.
It's got
the
that gravelly Pall Mall red.
Yeah, she wouldn't. Yeah, the MTA worker in New York. The COVID. When I was in New York last week.
She probably had that gravelly Pall Mall red, non-filter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the COVID.
She did not want to talk to me about my train ticket, so.
So what do you do when you have all those little ones? You have to put one in. Okay, you need $3 more. Okay, let's
with
see
COVID, she's like, you just have to keep adding to each one. I was like, okay, well, great.
And the COVID. You got to keep adding to them?
Yeah, like I have like $1 or $2 on each one. And it's $3 for a one-way ride everywhere in New York. So I just have to go through them until they all run out.
Nice.
Anyways,
yeah,
the COVID. No, whatever. Mike White, get your MTA ticket and go see who is it? Josh Johnson.
Yeah, Josh Johnson. All right, let me ask you this: if the Lions,
What's in Houston though?
If the Lions beat the Bears tomorrow, which I believe to be a real possibility.
I mean, it can happen any given Thursday.
Does Matt Nagy get fired?
God, no. Probably he's holding on. Well, I hope he does. No, he will. He will. He has to. He has to.
Week. All right. Do you let him eat his turkey? Do you fire him on Thanksgiving? Like, I mean, is football immune from being humane and cordial? And I mean, do you just not give a damn? He's fired, right? The Patch.com, whatever that is, quoted what they're calling a top source that Matt Nagy had been informed that he'd be fired Thursday after the game, no matter what.
I think he needs to
Whether they
go.
win or lose.
I mean,
So you think that's all his fault? So you think Matt
Ah,
Nagy leaves
just
and
for
that
a
thing's gonna
while.
turn around?
Well,
I mean,
not right
then
away.
So then all of a sudden Andy Dalton's going to start winning games. I'm just asking.
no, not this season, but I think they just need a new coach. Like
All right.
I mean,
That's fine.
I'm in the same position, so
Maybe they do.
As a Vikings fan.
I wonder what's going to happen, what the difference is going to be. But maybe it is. Maybe it is.
They need a
All
new
right.
coach.
I got to take a break. I
take a
know
break.
I'm late for this. Sebastian Noel, bottom of the hour.
Phones are ringing. We'll get back to you.
Oh, phones are ringing too. All right. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, A. Marie, and Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
And Stephen West is going to win this one very handily. What a dominating performance from Stephen West. And that is Ellery Battle, your 2021 5A Girls NMAA State Cross Country Champion.
Smith trying to get to it. Here's Michael Wan. And they're trying to get a counterattack for Hashigan. Hashigan, she's going to have the shot in the goal. Sandia Prep, Hashigan.
Second and 18 now at the Bernalillo 32-yard line. Rivera back to pass. Rose goes right under pressure. Throwing across his body to Garris. Garris breaks one tackle. Garris could be in the end zone, and he is. Touchdown, touchdown Academy. 32.
Long shot for goal! And we're all tied up.
Said that's a good breakfast candy. It's got a cookie in there. You know what I mean? Ralph sent me a picture of the surf today from San Diego. So we're coast to coast. Yeah, rides in Florida. Ralph's on in North County. Small surf today. He said, will Sean start a quarterback for the Jets? His disappearance must be because he's learning the playbook and studying. Well, that makes sense. Totally makes sense. And I think Eddie dropped off a double dose of Jolly Ranchers. and said, "Happy Thanksgiving."
Someone's getting it for me, so.
Eddie Nunez is the absolute
Thanks,
best.
Eddie. I can't wait to see what it
Appreciate
is.
Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm not allowed in the building, I guess. So just, will you save me 2 or 3? Put them in my box?
Of course.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Of course.
Rudy, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, and as promised, I just wanted to mention a few things I'm thankful for. It begins with living in a country where we have as much freedom as we have. And there's so many other people in this world that aren't going to have the kind of Thanksgiving we're having. I'm also thankful that I get to watch college football Friday and Saturday and won't have to, juggle my teams. I got UNM out there. Go out there and hit the sunshine. 11 o'clock. We'll be out there at about 8:30 with some Bloody Marys and some burritos, and I think that's our breakfast deal. And go in and pray for a miracle, And probably Saturday I got to pray for a miracle too. So I would really like Michigan to beat Ohio State. This is getting ridiculous. 8 years in a row. I'm really thankful also for, the bowl game. I mean, it's 15 years that I've been able to participate in that. Looking forward to another excellent bowl game. And I'm really thankful, most of all, for my parents. They're still alive. They're still going to Lobo games. They're 91 and 95, and it's just such a blessing to have them still in my life. So I want to tell everybody out there, if you have family, get together with your family. If you have friends, get together with your friends. But have a great Thanksgiving, everybody, and we'll see you on Monday.
Great call. Thank you, Rudy. Appreciate you.
Take care.
Rudy called at 246-0610. John, you're up next. Good morning, John. How you doing? Hello, John. No, John?
Friends, Rudy there. Are you there?
Hello. Hey, John, what's happening? Gotcha.
Oh, can you hear me now?
Yeah, gotcha.
Oh, okay. I just kind of following my good friend Rudy there. I mostly email or text, and I call in frequently. But I just wanted to, echo what Rudy said. I'm thankful for that we live in this country and we get to have the type of Thanksgiving that we're going to have. And I wanted to thank you guys because I don't call in a lot, like I said, but I listen a lot, and you are my best buddies in the morning while I'm off to work and out, because I work out of my vehicle. So you guys are awesome. I've enjoyed listening to you. And, hey, Marie, what a fine addition to the show you are. You just made the show better. And
thank you.
You guys are awesome, and I appreciate everything you do and all the information and everything you bring. And on another note, I guess Gonzaga may be for real how they trashed UCLA last night.
Maybe. Yeah, a little
Maybe
place.
just a little. Just a little.
I know. It remains to be seen. I mean, we thought they were going to win it all last year. But Baylor kind of crept in. Man, Baylor was good. And on the game on Thanksgiving, I won't be surprised. I'm a lifelong Dallas fan. I won't be surprised if Dallas loses. CeeDee Lamb may be out because of a head concussion.
And
head
Zeke,
concussion.
maybe.
Is there any other kind? That's stupid.
that's the one.
And
Concussion
so
or
I don't know.
contusion.
I think the Raiders just may have a chance to go in there, and everybody brings their A game for the Cowboys, especially on Thanksgiving. And shout out to Rudy. I hope Big Blue wins for him, man. I hope Big Blue wins for him.
John, appreciate the kind words very, very much. Enjoy your family. Enjoy Thanksgiving, and thanks for the call.
Nice
that's,
phone calls.
That's just why you do it. You don't get those a lot, and I don't beg for them. But when that just validates what we do, and if we can help one person laugh and smile or feel better through the day, then I'm down. That's when we're doing something right.
And by the way, sorry, I had to run away real quick. There's just like a brown bag of Jolly Ranchers.
So awesome.
So thank you, Eddie Nunez.
That is so awesome. All right, you get the green apples, and I'll take the
don't worry.
watermelons.
Is it safe living in your mailbox?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to be there till
Monday?
knows when. I mean, I don't know. Will I be allowed in the building? I mean, who knows?
Well, they'll be in your mailbox.
All right, thank you. Or put them in your locker, and then we'll have them wherever we put them wherever you put them, and then we'll split them up on Monday.
Okay.
Right in front of JJ. Eddie Nunez.
They're like
by,
two big bags. It's awesome.
He's the best ever. Just the best. All right, 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. This is where we normally do our sweet deal. So you want to interview me for the sweet deal thing or what?
Oh, yes. So today we have a New Mexico Bowl. Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about the New Mexico Bowl?
Man, I actually am stoked on this. So if you go to the Sports Animals website at 9 o'clock, sportsanimalabq.com, click on the sweet deal icon, you will get 2 tickets for the price of 1 to the New Mexico Bowl. I believe they're in section, I think it's in CC. I don't remember what sections we sent over, but $40 gets you 2 tickets to the 16th annual New Mexico Bowl. It'll be on Saturday, December 18th. University Stadium. It will be televised nationally on ESPN, and we do a lot of fun things. I've got a few things I'll probably be able to announce in the next 2 weeks as far as what we're doing in a fan fest, just some contests, some tailgating stuff, some interactive stuff that should be really, 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 really cool. It's become, for a lot of people, it's become a little bit of a tradition, and we had to take it away last year and go to Texas just to play the game. But I can't be happier to have this thing back in Albuquerque where it belongs. And I was telling somebody yesterday, I think it was on the recorded stuff that's running on the other stations. Amory, I did the count at one point, and I'm not going to have the exact numbers, but we're one of like 16 or 17 states that has a bowl game, and I want to say 34 communities.
It's amazing.
There's like 4 in the Metroplex, and there's a few in Orlando, and there's 2 in New Orleans, but there's a reason these communities all want bowl games, and Austin wants one, and Dallas or Denver wants one, Indianapolis wants one. There's a lot of places that want them. They're really good for the community, and I'm thankful for all the people who have let us continue to do this. Tanya Armenta and Visit Albuquerque have been so vital. New Mexico Tourism Department for years, and our executive board, people like Rudy and Scott Cregan and Dorothy Rainasek, and charter members of our executive board. And once you start naming names, you leave people out, and so I apologize. But yeah, looking forward to it, and it's cool, man. It's just going to be a big, big party and celebrate the kindness of the heroes who got us through this. We've partnered with the Jennifer Reardon Foundation to be the kickoff for kindness and just really celebrate kindness. And I'm stoked. I'm really stoked.
Well, and what I love about bowl games, like I've all the bowl games I've been to, including the New Mexico Bowl one, I've been to one. I didn't live here, but I have been to one whenever I'm home, and if it's around the same dates as like Christmas or whatever, which it is. I just love watching other fan bases, because usually when I go to a bowl game, it's not necessarily my team, but I just love watching these fan bases travel and stuff. It's so much fun.
Well, we'll have a good time out there, and it'll be good to be home. It'll be working on matchups, and we all are with the conferences and with ESPN, and there's some really fun potentials out there. But so that's your sweet deal. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Right at 9 o'clock, click on the sweet deal icon, and you get 2 tickets to the New Mexico Bowl for the price of 1. It's $40. And go out and just have fun, man. They make good holiday gifts. You can do your holiday party out there. It's a good way to get everybody together and just have fun. And people say, who's playing? Sometimes I don't know if it matters.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter. It's it's such just a fun environment. Bowl season is amazing. It's amazing.
It is. I'm excited that, gosh, I can't believe it's bowl season. I can't believe we're here.
It's bowl season.
But I've been in the office the last few days, and so I can certainly
feel it.
Certainly believe that it's here. It's ratcheted up quite a bit. All right, 505-246-0610. When we come back, we're going to talk with Sebastian Noel and get you ready for, I believe we are.
I hope
get
so.
You ready. Yeah, I do too. I get you ready for the big games coming up this weekend. State champions will be crowned all around the state of New Mexico. I want to tell you about NewMail. Gentlemen, I always ask you, how you feeling? Are you feeling well? Are you feeling good? If you're not feeling like you, if you're feeling sluggish, if you are, I don't know, you're dealing a little extra poundage, you're losing some hair, or even dealing with erectile dysfunction, it's natural. And there's a place in Albuquerque that can help you. It's been a trailblazer in men's health for years, and NuMale will help you. But you got to call. You got to make the first call. You got to make the appointment. The number is 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688. Or you can visit NuMale.com, NUMALE.com. Like, you know this, but as men age, things like hair loss, weight gain, even ED happen. There's a really good chance that you're going to be affected. Nothing to be embarrassed about. In fact, the only thing to be embarrassed about is if you don't do anything at all when there's something to do. Do something. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688. Right here in Albuquerque, it's a comfortable process, but the best part about it is the results. It works. It's real, and men all over the country are benefiting from it. 505-652-1688 or visit NuMale.com and feel better.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Home. The Jim Rome Show is up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Oh, do you got a weekend coming up? All of them at 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. Because, I mean, I got an idea. What if, well, never mind. You've got an opportunity now. You got Lobo football on Friday. You got Lobo basketball on Thursday and Friday. Now, there'll be really good college football. I'm not going to lie. I get it. There's good college football, but it gets no better than what we're going to get to watch this weekend around the state of New Mexico. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and A. Marie. High school football champions will be crowned in 6, 5, 4, and 3A this weekend. Rio Rancho, Cleveland, Artesia, Los Lunas, Ruidoso, Lovington, St. Mike's, Robertson, the big dog guru, Grand Poobah from ProView Networks. Sebastian Noel joins us this morning on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Good day, sir. How are you?
Great. This is the great Saturday coming up.
All right. You awake? You okay?
Yeah, I am. I'm very awake.
All right. I watched, well, a little bit of it. We've had some great games. Rio Rancho seems to be in a lot of them. Rio Rancho La Cueva the other night was unbelievable. Double overtime. Rio Rancho beats La Cueva. The Rams score in overtime. And then La Cueva goes for 2 when they score. They don't get the 2-point conversion, 35-34. I was with some La Cueva parents on the next night, and they were still devastated by that whole thing. What a game.
Yeah, that was something else. I mean, you know, we've talked about it a lot during the week, this week, you know, about that decision to go for it and all that stuff. But, you know, I kind of take a step back and I look at it this way. You take a huge lead, you knock Zach Vigil out of the game, you knock their best linebacker, Archuleta, out of the game, their quarterback's hobbled, their next level D1 talent offensive lineman is hobbled. You got to finish that game. What else could you ask for?
So you're good with them going for 2?
No, I thought it was. I didn't agree with it, but I mean, you know, absolutely not. But you know, I'm not one to question coaches. So I just think, you know, everything was trending in your direction in that game. You just got to put that game away and never let it get to that point.
Yeah, you know, I watched the Rio Rancho Cleveland game, and they had a big lead. The last game of the regular season, they had a big lead, and Cleveland came all the way back. And I remember there was a 2-point conversion in that game when Rio Rancho made it 20-0, and they went for 2. I'm like, why would you go for 2 here? And it ended up costing them. They lose the game by 1 point. This was a different situation. I thought the game back and forth. Zach Vigil goes out. La Cueva was open. Like I'm going to tell you straight up, I'm a big Aiden Armenta fan. I think he throws a terrific ball, and he's going to have, I think, an insane senior season if they got stuff around him. I know it's a different team, and they lose a lot of pieces.
Well, he does get almost all of his offense back, though. Most of the pieces they lose are on defense, so that's something to look forward to.
All right. So let's go. Cleveland Rio Rancho again. What do you got?
Well, I think obviously the big thing is going to be Zach Vigil, whether he plays or not. Now I don't know even if he were to play, and let me preface this by saying I don't have any information, and I'm not a doctor, okay? But if those are cracked ribs or broken ribs, obviously he's not playing. If they're bruised ribs, I think he's going to give it a go. But you have to wonder how effective he'll be. So, and all those other guys I mentioned, I mean, are they healthy? It's just a little bit of a shame that Rio's this banged up for the championship, because it might be not the best game if that's the case.
So you think this thing can get away from him a little bit, huh?
It could. I mean, and that's just making some assumptions about health, but I think it could, yeah.
All right. 5A. Artesia Los Lunas. This was kind of bound to happen, even though the seeds didn't line up that way. It feels like this was kind of bound to happen.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've mentioned it in weeks past. I didn't think Farmington was a very good team to be seeded that high. I didn't think they played anyone all year, and Artesia really exposed them. Los Lunas has been solid all season. I mean, granted, they got to breeze through their district, but I think this will be the best game on the Saturday schedule. I think it's going to be pretty high scoring, and I think Artesia has the slight edge, even though Los Lunas is undefeated. Artesia's head coach Jeremy Maupin, he was the coach in Los Lunas last year. He built that program in Los Lunas, so I mean he knows their personnel so well. I think that's going to give him the edge, but I think that's going to be a great high scoring game. Jeff, I want to talk about Eunice if we have time.
Yeah, no, I want to go there because I was just going back to last week. Was there something that stood out, or was there a surprise, or the fact that Tasty Freeze went nuts and had a record day? Talk about that game.
Well, the crowd is what I want to talk about. So it was played at JAL, which, population of JAL is like 2,400. Population of Eunice is around the same. And they had 5,000 people at that game, and it does not seat 5,000. So here you have this full stadium, people all around the track, and then you even have there's a train line. There's a Pacific train line right behind the stadium, and a train goes by and just stops. And the conductor gets out of the train, pulls out a folding chair, sets it on the top, and watches the game. Like, it was the coolest atmosphere. And, of course, Eunice won. They do that. That's what they do in Eunice. They win championships and they eat ice cream at the Tasty Freeze. You know that, Jeff. But it was just a great, great atmosphere.
That was the 2A championship, 28-15. Eunice beat JAL. I thought it took like a mile for a train to stop. I didn't know a conductor could just see a football game and stop and pull out his chair.
Well, you know what? He probably had that stadium. He probably knew.
He probably knew.
If you have a chair, you obviously pre-planned that stop, right?
He pulled out his soft drink and his bag of Jolly Ranchers and sat around and watched it. And it was pretty good. How about Eunice, though? Another championship for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, they are the class of small school football and baseball. They're really good at baseball as well. But, I mean, it's just a machine down there, and they always get a couple of pieces, and then they build around it, and it's fun to watch Eunice and what they've been able to accomplish.
Sebastian Noel, ProView Network's with us for a few more minutes. All right, Ruidoso Lovington, St. Mike's Robertson are the other two this weekend. And actually, I love the St. Mike's Robertson game.
Yeah, I mean, the last time those two teams played, it was a really bad one-sided game. But that's because 14 players were missing because of COVID and quarantine. So totally different ball game there. Throw out what happened in the first meeting. It should be really, really good. Lower scoring. I think there'll be some defense in that game. And, Ruidoso Lovington, that's an old school district rivalry there, too. And those two teams have been playing really well. So I really do think we have a really nice Saturday. That's why, again, I hate to harp on the bad, but that's why I think it's going to be a little unfortunate if Zach can't go, and we have a bit of a dud for the championship in 6A.
All right, where can people watch these? Like, you can't, like, every single, I don't know the reasoning that every game's got to be Saturday at 1 o'clock, but okay, every game, I guess because that's the best weather and that's the best time, and it looks like we're going to actually really get good weather in New Mexico around the state. We're not going to, well, maybe we will, get into, why these can't all be in one place, but if people want to watch these games, because you can't be everywhere.
No, you can only stream at this time of the year, so you have to go to the NFHS network. There's a link of that, obviously, on ProViewNetworks.com. And also a little bit unfortunate, but NFHS Network has kind of changed what they do this year. You know, you can really only have one stream going at a time, so you can only watch one live with one account, one live game. You know, whereas before I think you could do up to 3 last year. So you could have the TV and then the computer and whatever. But so, you know, it is what it is. I would love to get into why all these games have to be at the same time, especially when there's 2 in the metro area, right? That's happened before. Or if you remember back a few years when St. Pius was so good with Drew Ortiz, they played a championship in the metro area, as did Rio Rancho, and you had to pick one. And that's unfortunate if you're a football fan.
I'm just saying, what would it be? Lobos play on Friday morning. What would Saturday look like if you started off in the morning with St. Mike's versus Robertson and had a noon start with Ruidoso Lovington? I don't know, and then 4:30 Artesia played Los Lunas. And then at 7 o'clock, Rio Rancho played Cleveland, and you could celebrate high school football and do the Enchantment Bowl and just watch all these in one place. I'm just asking.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, Jeff. With Artesia in town playing Los Lunas, followed by Cleveland and Rio Rancho, that second half of the day, that stadium would be as full, if not more, than it is for a Lobo game.
Yeah, it would be wonderful. I mean, if you're telling me 5,000 people, including a railroad conductor in his beach chair, showed up to watch Eunice and Jal, but yet we're going to be scattered all over the state at 1 o'clock. Enjoy them. We'll catch up with you next week. We'll wrap up this, and then we'll start moving into the hoops, huh?
Yeah, I've been to some scrimmages. I'm excited about basketball, Jeff.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Hey, happy Thanksgiving to you, to your family, to everybody over at ProView Networks. You guys do an insanely good job, and you're going to be working this weekend. So to you and to Steve and to Jason and to Josh and to Alden and to Aaron and to Adrian and everybody over at ProView Networks. Thanks for. I love this partnership. Hopefully it's beneficial for you guys as well. But appreciate the friendship and the partnership. Happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys.
Same to you guys. Be good.
All right. Be well. Sebastian Noel. And, boy, what would it be like? I don't know. I'm just saying. Instead of 1 o'clock, all these games scattered all over the state, boy, you could watch them all at one stadium. Huh. What a concept.
That would be awesome.
Opening drive, me and A-Marie. Adrian's on the TV side. On ProView Networks on 95.9 FM. And AM 610, the sports animal.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green. And keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serve
at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are...
Remember, the sweet deal goes live at 9 o'clock. New Mexico Bowl tickets, 2 for $1. $40 gets you 2 tickets to the 16th annual New Mexico Bowl. Go to our website, sportsanimalabq.com. Click on the sweet deal icon, and you can take advantage of that. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie, JJ back, I believe, on Monday.
Yay!
All right, so we talked about coaching New Mexico State. There's a story out there that's linking Jerry Kill, the former Minnesota coach, currently the interim head coach at TCU, to the job at New Mexico State, assuming everybody is, that Doug Martin is out after this weekend. They'll go into Conference USA here in a couple of years, along with Liberty, who will also go into that league. Liberty has a new deal with Hugh Freeze. Remember Hugh Freeze was at Ole Miss, had the little issue with using his company phone to to call escort services and companionship sites and those sorts of things. And he landed at Jerry Falwell U, of course, at Liberty, which the irony is dripping. New deal with Hugh Freeze at Liberty, according to ESPN. They'll announce the contract next week, but it will pay Hugh Freeze more than $4 million a year over the length of the contract and go through 2028. That will mean that Hugh Freeze's deal in Conference USA at Liberty will be worth more, or at least comparable to what 5 different SEC coaches are making. How about that?
Wow.
You think there's some money at Liberty?
Maybe.
Well, I promise. I mean, they got supposedly great facilities, a private faith-based school, Jerry Falwell School. They are 7-4. They got Army this weekend. They were 10-1 last year, 17th in the country, final poll. And they're one of 2 teams in the history of the NCAA to win bowl games during their first 2 seasons at the FBS level. They beat Coastal Carolina. Remember that? It was a really good FBC Mortgage Cure Bowl last year, 37-34. And that was their first win over a nationally ranked team. And so they're paying the man. Hugh Freeze. I mean, again.
Damn.
Who says people won't forgive and forget?
I think people do.
If you can win football games, people tolerate a whole lot of stuff. A whole lot of stuff. Penn State gave James Franklin a new deal. Like, people are throwing money around because they see all these jobs that are open, whether it's USC or LSU or Florida or all these TCU, all these pretty good jobs that are open. These schools who have guys that they like, Hugh Freeze, James Franklin, Michigan State with Mel Tucker, they want to hold on to what they've got because anybody who's successful right now, it feels like they're fair game, and there's going to be places throwing around money. You're going to see silly deals. I think SC, LSU, the Oregon thing, I think you are going to see silly deals in this coaching cycle, don't you?
Yes, sorry.
Franklin,
the phone
no, that's
was
right.
ringing.
Yeah, no, you got a lot.
You
to do
can't
and
see
I
the
can't
cue.
it. Yeah, I can't see it.
It's a fun game. If you don't hear Amory, it's probably a phone.
Yeah, but yeah. All right, you want me to go to the phones?
Oh no. It was like the car warranty calls us often.
Yeah. Did
Yeah,
you buy it?
I didn't buy
Well, the warranty on our car
or
is
whatever.
running out.
You know those scam calls. You're like, don't hang up.
Yeah.
We get those
Yeah.
about twice a day during
The
the show.
IRS is coming to take your clothes.
No, but going to your point, college coaches get paid, forgive and forget, and you even get paid if you get fired. So, I mean, it's just a good role to be a coach.
Unless you're Doug Martin. Unless you're Doug Martin.
Unless you're fearless Dougie.
Well, his contract will expire. And I mean, that's you know, when this is all said and done, we can have this conversation, or you can have it now, I imagine. I think it's foregone. Doug knows it. He's acknowledged it. I think everybody's acknowledged it, that Doug will coach Saturday, and that'll be at New Mexico State. Aggie fan, do you feel better about the way this was handled? Do you feel better that you let the man – he worked his contract. He worked it out. You know, he's done. And you don't have to pay him to go away. And look where your program is. And you got no recruits in the queue right now. You feel better about this? You saved the buyout, $300,000 or whatever it is. You feel better? I'm kind of curious. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie. Another hour to go before we, well, kind of hit the Thanksgiving break. I don't know what break means.
No such thing.
It's the opening drive. We're on ProView Networks at 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
KNML Albuquerque, the sports animal, proud to be a Cumulus media station, even if they're not that proud of us. Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. Don't sweat the technique. This is the opening drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and JJ Buck.
Don't sweat. The Lake Show hit Broadway yesterday without its leading actor. Lakers and Knicks, Madison Square Garden. I don't know if you heard, it's the world's most famous arena, and nothing else matters. New York City, baby. Don't talk to me about the COVID.
The COVID.
106-100. The Knicks beat the Lakers. Good morning to you. 'Tis your opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, A. Marie, Adrienne. No JJ today on 95.9 FM. At AM 610 Sports Animal, we are taking your phone calls and your emails, 505-246-0610. That's how to get to us today. And you can send emails, jeff@sportsanimalabq.com. So the Lakers go to Broadway. Their leading actor isn't there. You got to go to the stand-in, who's your stand-in, and it's going to be Russell Westbrook, who led the way with 31 points for the Lakers last night. But not enough without LeBron, as Lakers fall to 9-10, under 500.
10.
9-10.
I mean, Russell Westbrook having triple doubles. Anthony Davidson had the COVID, but he had flu-like symptoms.
He still had 20 and 6. And they give a nice standing ovation to Carmelo. Those
that's
New York
nice.
fans, they're known to be really, really nice and wonderful.
That's all those East Coast fans. The phones are ringing, by the way, when you're ready.
Yeah, no, go hit them. You tell me who you want me to take.
Yeah, I know it's like a weird cue because we can't see each other, but we got Paul on the line.
All right, you want to hit Paul?
Let's hit Paul. Paul.
Good day, sir. How you living?
Hey, how you guys doing? Wow.
We're figured out.
I wanted to talk about this. I'm a USC guy, and I want to talk the state of college football right now and these coaches and the mass amounts of money that's being tossed around to these potential prospects. And these are a lot of these guys. I mean, there a lot of them are reaches, and you know, as far as I'm glad James Franklin stayed with Penn State, but you know, the whole thing is that you know, being like I said, being an SC guy, Pete Carroll was pretty much a washed up coach at the time when we signed him, and you know, we're looking for these big names, but you know, I'm leaning more towards like a Kalani Sitake, the guy from BYU, or Dave Aranda, the coach over at Baylor, guys that have LA ties and that are able to recruit and do that. But I remember as a kid growing up here, this New Mexico program, I remember reading those Street and Smiths magazines when I was in California and reading all of these stories about teams were so afraid to come to New Mexico and play in the pit, and you know, every Lobo football team always had a top prospect, you know, that had NFL potential. And you know, I moved here and I went to a game, and it was sad to see the state of this program where you know, you had guys like Terrence Mathis, Stoney Case, and you know, you can go on, and now it looked like just a high school game, to be honest with you. And I don't know what happened to the support in this community where you know, this. I know people love this program, but I just don't see it at all. It's like everybody's going crazy for this soccer team when you have this special program here that can, you know, with some not only luck but some positive direction, you can turn this thing around and turn it back into, I don't want to say a powerhouse, but you know, where they're in contention almost every year. And I really hope something happens here. I really hope the community gets behind them and maybe start throwing some money out, you know, towards the program. But we'll see what happens.
Paul, stay with me because there's a couple things, and you and I sing from the same book. And I don't know where in California, but I grew up with USC football, and I grew up around that program. And so I got two things for you because I want so badly for this program, football-wise, to bounce back. I know what football does for communities all over the country. This isn't some made-up thing, and I feel like we're missing out in this community to having football there. And I think we're on track. I think we got the right guy here. Who do you want if it's not Kalani Sitake? And I love David Aranda a lot. I think he'd be terrific. Who else for SC? Because I think they're going to empty the bank. When SC hired Pete Carroll, he was their third or fourth choice, and people were bummed that that's who they got, and that ended up being the best thing for them in since John McKay.
Yeah, well, when I was in school there, I was 92, 93. That during that run there, I mean, it was depressing to go to the Coliseum to watch football back in those days. But you know, I mean, everybody's high on Matt Campbell, and I just think we need someone with strong recruiting ties that can keep these players in California. Right now, if you know, I was watching, for instance, earlier in the season, Alabama versus Ole Miss, and you see Matt Corral and Bryce Young, two 5-star recruits that were committed to SC, and here they are playing on national television somewhere else. So I think that's what we need. We need someone with strong community ties. I know everybody keeps bringing up Eric Bieniemy. I don't think he's. I honestly, I think he's more a product of Andy Reid than being able to take on a big program like that. And honestly, I'm probably thinking maybe we could go NFL route, probably. But then again, NFL guys don't have a lot of experience when it comes to recruiting. So you know, I'm still stuck on the BYU coach Kalani. His enthusiasm, his fire. Yeah, Sitake is just on another level when it comes to that, and the Polynesian, you know, thing where SC's always been able to to
Hey, let me ask you
recruit
this.
those Polynesian players as well. So we'll
If
see.
you like the
we'll see.
NFL
Hopefully,
route-
I'm rooting for him.
What do you think of Jack Del Rio? If you like the NFL route and bringing in an SC
know,
guy, because I love Jack Del Rio.
Yeah, he does. Del Rio, you look at him when the Raiders got rid of him, because obviously I'm a diehard Raider fan as well, and he was doing well before they let him go. And, he like I said, the program means a lot to him. I know Jeff Fisher's name has come up, but I think he's been out of the game a little bit too long. That's where I worry about those guys, the Stoops, the Fishers, and Del Rio's. I think the game is
Del Rio's in. Now,
probably
Del
passed
Rio's
them by a
still.
little bit.
Del Rio's coaching. He's a coordinator. Like, he's still on a sideline. Fisher and Stoops
Yeah.
are not. Del Rio, like that's a guy who loves that program, who played for that program, who gets it. Like, you got to keep, to your point, you got to stop seeing kids from Rancho Cucamonga be playing quarterback, at Alabama, and guys that are just getting out of the SC backyard. And I don't know how you get back to it, man. It's gonna have to be someone who stays home and turns this thing around. But that's too proud of a program to be where they are. All right.
Yeah, but
Thank
you know
you.
what? Shout out to this New Mexico community. Let's just, I know there's some loyal people out there, but honestly, something needs to happen to change it here. Like I said, coming from SC and moving out here, my kids both attend UNM, and it's depressing to see, even at the Pit. I remember those games when I was a kid, Arizona coming into town. I mean,
I know, Paul.
there were, it was great. It's sad, but anyway, you guys have a great Thanksgiving, and thank you for giving me some time to vent a little here.
Appreciate it.
Thank
We're living
you.
the same life, man. Paul and I live in that same life. Thanks, Paul. All right, 505-246-0610. I grew up with that too. I grew up with SC like that, and I've told the stories. That's how I got into this, Marie. I grew up. Tom Kelly was a longtime 25, 30-year voice of SC football, and his son Chris was one of my good buddies. And so I grew up going to games at the Coliseum, sitting in the press box during the postgame show, him giving us the stats and throwing paper airplanes out the window at the Coliseum. And that's how I just got into loving doing this. And hey, I've got a big affection for SC football and what it could mean.
And we got a Grady on next
Let's go.
too.
I've heard of him. He's a candy corn guy.
He's a Grady's a candy corn guy?
Yeah, I will tell you this, though, Grady. I was impressed, and I don't know if you made him do it. I'm going to guess you did. But I got a thank you text from your son yesterday, and that was very nice. How are you?
I'm great. Well, let's put it like
I didn't
this.
win the wood.
I made sure he followed up. So I wasn't sure, and he didn't tell me when, so I'm glad he did. So that's awesome. That's awesome. Actually, that kind of, it's one of those, it's Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be one of the long lines of folks that talks about, just being thankful and grateful, honestly, for our little sports animal community. It's one of those things where it's AM local sports radio in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I mean, excuse me, and FM.
We're in Florida today, Grady. I'm just kidding.
We're on the interwebs.
Just kidding.
Yeah, we have an app, I hear, So
we have an app?
So are we changing the world? I don't know. But on the other side to that, it definitely impacts people's lives. It impacts folks' lives on a daily basis. I mean, I can tell you, going back to the original Three Faces on the T-shirt, that this has been a community that I've been really thankful and fortunate to be a part of. I've made some good friends, some lifelong friends, and back to what you said just a second ago. I mean, people that are part of this community have helped me directly, helped my family directly. So it's one of those things where I couldn't be more grateful, couldn't be more appreciative. Even to my guy LaShawn, getting ready to type up his email. I'm grateful and thankful for him too. It's one of those things where we're all a part of this, and it does make a difference. And I'm really, really happy and grateful. And it's one of those things where it's a part of my daily life, and I really couldn't ask for too much more. And I'll give you a quick story. This is a few years ago. My dad, he called some folks out to the house to service the water heater. And he said, I noticed the guy was looking at me, and I don't know if he knew me or not. So then after he was going to write up the ticket, and the guy asked him, he said, hey, are you Grady in Santa Fe? And so my dad says, no, I'm Grady in Albuquerque. I'm Grady in Santa Fe's dad. And they're like, oh, so they got to laughing and all that. And I tell you what, so that same company, he called them back. They put in central heat, central air. And so they've been customers. My folks have been customers, and this is maybe 5 or 6 years ago. So it's just tiny little connections like that that really, really make a difference. And like I said, I'm super appreciative of it.
Yeah, that's a great. I didn't know that story at all. I love that. Grady in Albuquerque, say what's up to him, but that's really cool. It amazes me sometimes how many people we touch, and I've always thought ratings in television and radio are hocus pocus and don't tell the whole story. But everywhere I go, every day, somebody tells me about something stupid I said, or what about that Edward guy? Is he really that pompous, or is it? People always are hearing every word we say, and the fact that I told the story this morning. That day a year ago now, where we had coaches in Arizona, Nevada, and Texas listen to the show out of New Mexico. I don't know what kind of difference we make, if any, but I'm glad people appreciate what we do, and if we touch a few people every day, that's a big deal.
Absolutely. So let me tell you, from someone on the receiving end, you guys do make a difference. And super quickly, I heard this conversation on a national show yesterday, so it's definitely not mine. The question came up, if the Golden State Warriors win the NBA championship this year, does this change the conversation about Steph?
So this conversation was on this show last week, and I don't remember who brought it up. It might have been me, but does Steph kind of climb up in that Kobe range?
If they win the championship again this year, I don't see how he can't, because right now he's not there. As great a player as he is, and I think if they win it this year, that will move him out of the echelon of the greatest shooter and underrated everywhere else to one of the greatest all time.
Well, I'm glad that national radio is finally catching up to our topic.
I know. Come on.
We did. Marie, did we not have that conversation?
No, we did. Last Monday.
Yeah. It's it makes you think, doesn't it? And I look, where I am on Kobe. I never thought I'd think that Steph is in that conversation, and all of a sudden it got me thinking. And JJ pulled up the numbers, and they're very, very similar. And if he does it again, and he's a 2-time unanimous MVP, and they bring this thing back from the depths of despair, and I think he's in the conversation. Let's have that conversation when we get there. Enjoy Thanksgiving, Grady.
Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys. Thanks so much.
Thanks, Grady.
Thanks for the kind words. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
You'll notice, and I think you have on this show. This show's a little different than a lot of, and I'm not saying it's better. Please understand that. It's a little different than most radio, and I do things differently, and I'm okay with that. I know I'm not hot take guy. I know and program directors may not love what I do all the time, but we've done this successfully for a lot of years, and there's a community that feels included, that feels like it's a safe place that they can come voice an opinion, that they're not going to get run out and laughed at and ridiculed, and that you can have real debate over topics, and it can get hot and it can get funny and it can get, but comments like that, the last two, really, really validate what we're doing, Marie. And when we start getting out in the community again after the COVID allows us, and you start meeting some of these people, you realize that this show has created some really, really cool bonds in the community that it's something of which I'm really, really proud that we've done over the last 13 years.
No, I love it. And I'm happy. I'm so excited to be a part of this. So thank you.
It's cool. I'm glad you're part of it. I'll get emails when we get back. Keep
more phone calls are coming.
Oh, more phone calls as well.
Yeah, just after the break. Stay there.
505-246-0610. It's me and Marie and Adrian today on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner-operator of Global Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
One home for Rome. The Jim Rome Show is up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
All right, let me get you a couple of these emails that you've been sending in. I'll get to the phones. 505-246-0610. Sid says, I hate them both. That's a strong word. Mr. Symbieta, when I eat candy, I want something I can dig my teeth into. I consider Jolly Ranchers more breath mints than candy. They suck. I put candy into that same candy corn into that same category. All right. P.S. When I go to Vegas, the schedule is filled with all-you-can-eat buffets and old smoke-filled dives from the 50s. Most of those places haven't reopened yet. I hope you take Addie back when she can get the entire Sin City experience with 99-cent shrimp cocktails and nickel slots where you still need actual nickels to play. A couple things. So I'm taking her on this trip because I'm working this weekend, and Addie is with me this Thanksgiving, and I gave her a few options. What would you want to do? And she opted to go to Vegas with Dad. while he's working these games. So we got Hunter made some dinner reservations. He's bringing his daughter as well. So we'll have Thanksgiving dinner after the game Thursday night. The four of us are going to go out. And I told her, did I tell you this yesterday? I told my 15-year-old, I said, so Saturday morning our flight's kind of early, and the game may be late, and we're going to get in, late. So we'll pack before we go, and we're going to get in, and we're going to feel like crap for the flight, and we'll come home. You can take a nap. She's like, well, Dad, isn't that kind of how Vegas is supposed to be?
Oh my
goodness! To
goodness.
stay out late, and you feel like crap getting on the plane, and in that.
Yes,
like,
yes.
Where'd you hear that? I'm like, where'd you hear that? She's like, you.
Tell her that's exactly what it is. That's all Vegas is good for. No more than 3 days. Like, you're out.
Plenty.
You can't have more than that. So.
Well, this will be a little different. I would expect I feel better coming back from this Vegas trip than from others, if that makes any sense.
No, of course. Yes.
I assume I might not go as hard.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see how it plays out. But I'm going to guess this is how that goes. Harold said, reply to Fred. The record might be 20-11 for Lobo Volleyball, but their IPI is 130. So they need 3 wins in Wayne Newton City this weekend, or their season's over.
Okay. I like it. Go Lobos.
Deutsch says, Frank, Jeff, is this the first ever senior morning? Does Lobo football have a chance? It's going to be cold. Utah State's coming in on short rest, maybe still hungover from getting blued out of there, built by Wyoming. Maybe. You feel a little magic on senior morning? You feeling it? Rod wants to know, good or bad, Jefferson. When Gonzalez talks about guys like Wysong and Ronald Wilson Reagan, I'm yelling at the radio, great, but where are all these super seniors? They should be leading the team, not freshmen. What happened to Patrick, Peak, etc.? Fair question. Omar says, Dallas Cowboys or Jeff Symbieta? Ooh,
wait,
I know
what?
where I'm going. He says, Jeff, I'm hoping NFL's dynasty in its infancy has the game against Oakland well in hand so I can relax and turn on the big stick and listen to Lobo basketball. I hope so for you too, Omar. All right. Phones? What do you got?
Phones. We got Tommy.
Hello, Tommy. How you living?
Hey, Tommy. Thanks for holding.
No problem, guys. I always hold for you guys. Tom the Truth back at you. I want to get an opinion from A. Marie. She's known about this. We talked on the phone right now that Mr. Simmers had the model girlfriend for the last 2 years. It's been
an ongoing inside joke within our community. We're like, dang, Zimmer. And anyways.
Dang, Zimmer?
I sent you a picture, Jeff.
It's like I told, hey, date the model girl, but get the hell out of the coaching job. What I want to know from A. Marie and you, Jeff, and then I'm going to say my happy Thanksgiving at the end in a special way to you guys. How does Simmers save his job? Does he save his job if they make it to the playoffs and win a playoff game? Or, A. Marie, do you still want him out of there?
I think those are two separate. One, me personally, I would like him out of there. I'm over him. I think it's time for a new coach. I did like what Zimmer did, but I don't think it's just not good anymore. He's wasting good teams here. We settle for being like always a 9-8 team, Unfortunately, I think we will make the playoffs now, so I don't think they will get rid of him. But if they don't make the playoffs, I think they will get rid of them.
So I think if
if they make it to the NFC Championship game, you'd still want him gone.
Yes.
I think he saves his job by saying, if we leave, Katrina Mitkatin is leaving with me. And they say, oh, okay, never mind. You can have the job.
I mean,
that's a pretty good part. Hey, at least he has her. That's a good parting gift. And the last thing I would say is happy Thanksgiving to everybody there at the station. And that would be Jeff, A. Marie, Bobcat, JJ, Michael, Mike, the new guy you got on, Ryan, on Saturdays, and then Fred and Van. You guys, I've listened to radio shows since the 80s. I've called into radio shows since the 80s, early 90s. I used to call the Jim Rome show all the time in the 90s, but now that you can't get through, it's almost impossible to call in and give a tape to him. I've listened to so many, and you guys, to me, are the very best that New Mexico has to offer. And people can either love it or hate it, but guess what? You're going to learn to live with it, baby. Woo!
I appreciate that.
Thank you, Tommy.
Thank you, Tommy. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's go. He's hyped for Wednesday. I'm like tired.
That's good.
I'm ready to sit on the couch and eat and watch football.
Is that what you're doing all weekend?
Oh yeah. We're gonna go up to Santa Fe on Friday.
Nice.
To visit my mama, and
That's
then
a big deal.
I visit my mom, and that's it. And I just sport. There's a lot of sports on this weekend.
Yeah, a lot.
I mean,
Adrian's
that's
gonna-
all I got to do.
Adrian's going to relax at home, work
Eat
on
and
his
watch
old
sports.
Harley.
Yep.
Like Adrian's got a good weekend. They're going to relax at home, work on the Harley. That's good. I planned this so I can. I got this trip, and then we're going to be home like by early midday Saturday, because there's a lot of football games on that matter to me on Saturday afternoon, considering my business. So I'll be watching some of those, and then I told Addie we've got to clean up. This is our last weekend of semi-sanity before my family comes in from LA for the New Mexico Bowl.
Oh,
And
awesome!
yeah, so they take over the house. I move into the hotel. Like literally.
Okay.
You think I'm kidding?
Nice. Their Airbnb.
Oh yeah, they get my house and they're like, "How come your carpets? You haven't changed the floors? and
Oh,
your
gosh,
washing
typical
machine door
family.
still doesn't work." I'm like, "Yeah, then go to a hotel. Like I'm giving you a car. I'm giving you my house. Like, what do you want from me? The fridge is empty. Yes, it is. Fill it up."
Oh, family.
Yeah, actually, they're great.
No,
so
of
my
course.
mom's coming with my brother and his wife and kid, and Addie will hang out with them, and so that'll be our weekend.
That's awesome.
We gotta, get the place ready. I haven't even dealt with the backyard and the leaves, dude. I don't know when I'm gonna do that.
Well, and the weather's gross right now.
No, it'll be fine this weekend.
Yeah.
Dan says T-minus 283 days until Juan Jose and Nedward Abraham James. Jeffrey y Ana Maria. I don't want the season to end. So I did a pre-scout on the 2022 opener. A young Maine finished 6-5 after starting 0-4. They have everybody coming back. Coach Nick Charlton thinks 2022 could be the Black Bears' best season in a long time with one big wild card. It depends on how many players the big boys pick off from this 1AA club and how Maine can use the transfer portal to replace them. It's from Dan. How about that?
How about that?
All right.
All right, Dan.
All right. When we come back, I got a Jason email on Jerry Kill.
Oh.
That could be. I mean, it's a really interesting name.
Hey, Aggie fans, where you at?
It's a really interesting name with the Jerry Kill thing. Is there's a report out there that he might be the new head coach at New Mexico State, and so I'm kind of curious what you think of that. He's not that young up-and-coming guy. He's a 60-year-old guy who's got some health problems, but who's been successful as a head coach at the Division I FBS level. Is this the guy for the rebuild? So we can have that conversation. 505-246-0610. Hey, the demand for security for homes, businesses is increasing every single day in this town. You add to that, some security businesses are changing the rules for their current customers, and people are calling Aaron Jones and IPS at a pretty rapid clip, and Aaron needs more officers. So, if you are retired law enforcement, former military, or you have security experience, IPS needs you now. You'll be working for a company that's passionate about stopping crime, protecting homes, businesses, and families, making Albuquerque a better place to live. Call them at 505-897-2420 or visit ipsglobal.com. You'll fill out an application online, and you'll get world-class training and protect and serve your community. Also, if you are in need of security, and I've trusted IPS for years to watch my home. When I go out of town, I let them know, and they come by a number of times. They do exterior checks. They pick up if there's packages dropped off. They pick those up. Like it's wonderful. IPS is installing alarm systems, so they'll put a system in your home, and if it responds, they go off. Or if it goes off, they respond. If it responds, they go off. If it goes off, they respond. Call them. Don't wait to be a victim. Sleep better at night knowing IPS is watching your business. Be confident during the day they got eyes on your home when you're not there. 505-897-2420. That's 505-897-2420 or visit them at ipsglobal.com.
Can you beat the pros?
Packers over the Cardinals.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. with faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments.
Okay, what's up to you? It's not Friday, but it feels like Friday for some of you who don't have to work this weekend.
We got to go next segment.
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah,
it's the day before Thanksgiving.
We got to do it.
And A. Marie's got 2 big bags of Jolly Ranchers.
I do. Sorry, guys.
What more do you want? Thanks to Eddie Nunez for the Jolly Ranchers, by the way. He came by and dropped them off. All right, 505-246-0610. Tellis is in on a classic Dickie V call. He said, Jeff, a lot of folks didn't realize when ESPN first started, Vitale used to call NBA games. He did. If you didn't see the Dick Vitale thing last night, find it. It was spectacular. Him being back and just breaking down and crying on the air and being human. And an 82-year-old guy who fought cancer and is still fighting cancer. And as he said, I just figured the story was over, he said. And it was great to see him back. So that was something. All right,
play it?
You got it?
Yep.
Yeah, actually, so let me set this up. This is Vitale last night. This is a courtesy of ESPN. At the Gonzaga-UCLA game, as he was on camera, and this is his first game back since battling cancer. And this is Dick Vitale. Or nope. All right. Well, we'll play it later. You want to play it later? Later? Am I just not hearing it? Is it being played and I'm not hearing it?
Is it not playing? Can you not hear it?
I can't hear it.
Okay, I'm going to try one more time, okay?
Okay.
Should we try one more time?
And there's a chance with the way it's going out that I'm just not hearing whatever it is you're playing through. So.
Okay, well, I'm going to try one more time, okay?
Sure. I mean, like you always say on the radio. Hold on.
I can't believe
heard it.
Dickie, it is so great to see. I know you would not miss this. All of you are aware that Dick is battling cancer. The fact that you've made it out to Las Vegas for a game that I know you had circled for a long, long time is just awesome. Great to see you.
It's great being here, Dave. I didn't want to cry. I can't believe I'm sitting here. It's just really a big thrill for me. I want to thank all you people. Sent me so many great messages. ESPN, Jimmy Pitaro, all my buddies at ESPN. I want to thank certainly my family and all the fans. You've been unbelievable. On October 12th, Obi, I'll be honest.
I don't know. I don't know if it played.
Yeah, I heard it. All right, that's courtesy of ESPN. Dick Vitale yesterday. I don't know, man. It got me. It was just something to see guys giving so much come back like that. All right, I got your email from Jason. Yeah, it's hard not to. I know I'm not going to tell you if you have to. If people don't, that's fine. But I think he's pretty special. All right, this is from Jason on Jerry Kill. Again, there's a story out there. Internet reports that Jason Groves wrote a story in the Las Cruces Sun News. Jerry Kill, the former Minnesota coach, currently the interim head coach at TCU, is maybe in line to be the next head coach at New Mexico State for football. He worked for Mario Mocha at SIU, Southern Illinois, years ago. 60-year-old who does have some health issues. He is the coach, and Grady just texted me. Is that the guy that passed out on the sidelines when New Mexico State played him a few years ago? Yes, it's the same guy. It was 10 years ago. This is good morning, OD. Jerry Kill. Okay, you wanted thoughts? Here are mine. Jerry Kill is on the staff at TCU along with Aggie alum and former UNLV head coach Tony Sanchez. Kill is in his 60s. Tony, I believe, is in his late 40s, so maybe Mario is thinking bring along Sanchez as an insurance policy. Should Kill not be able to discharge his duties after 2 or 3 years, who knows? Maybe, and this is a long shot, he brings Gary Patterson, who does not need the money and has familiarity with this state. Could it happen? A fella can dream. Okay, on to the potential hire. Kill has ties to the fertile recruiting grounds of the state of Texas. I'm not the guy to tell you that you have to recruit Texas to be successful. Anyone has seen how well the Horns are doing. Texas is over-recruited, let's be honest. Anyone seen let's be honest, yes, as a presence in Texas is great, but you have to be able to evaluate and project talent, more importantly, especially at a school like New Mexico State. If you recruit high school athletes, you have to supplement them with hungry, and I mean starving JC athletes. I've long thought New Mexico State should be the landing spot for those high-level D2 FCS athletes that reside in New Mexico as well. There are about 5 to 10 of those every year. In fact, if you look at the JC ranks, D1 to D3, there are some New Mexico athletes that are killing it. I get it, killing it. See what he did there? At the JC level, and could help NMSU program moving forward. Kill would be good hire, and maybe he is the stopgap between Independence and Conference USA. Maybe at that point you go young and hungry in a coach from the FCS ranks with just enough bravado and ego to think he could do more with less. But let's be honest. If there's no commitment from the administration and those who handle the loot, we will be back here in a few years having the same conversation. And as bad as this job might seem on the surface, you can only say, well, it's a D1 job as a selling point for so long. The profile of this job will become so much worse. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Misattributed, he says to Albert Einstein. Crimsonally Jason. P.S. I'm thankful that I'm able to share my thoughts on Aggie athletics in this forum. Thank you, OD. P.P.S. Kill was the coach, a head coach of Team Ski Yuma when the Aggies upset them in Minneapolis. It's interesting. I don't know that you bring Gary Patterson back. I mean, that would be ideal. Gary Patterson was the defensive coordinator at the University of New Mexico. He went to TCU with Dennis Franchione in 1998. When Franchione left for Alabama, Gary Patterson took over and was the head coach there for 20 years and was incredibly successful. Does he need the money? No. Does he need the headache? Is another question. But it's interesting. The Tony Sanchez thing is interesting there, too. Tony was a high school head coach at Bishop, why am I forgetting? The powerhouse in Vegas. Got his chance at UNLV, was fired at UNLV, and has been at TCU since then. He played at New Mexico State, so that's the connection there as well. Interesting points in there. Some interesting points. And there's Aggie fan on that. All right, you want me to take the last break? I guess
Last break, then we'll attempt a hoe. Thanksgiving hoe.
Okay. We'll do that, and I'll get the rest of these emails in, or as many as I can. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors.
95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Give me a hoe if you got your funky bus fare. Double-Dutch bus coming down the street, moving dirty fast, so kinda shuffle your feet. Get on the bus, pay your fare, then tell a driver that you're going to a Double-Dutch affair. Here it comes, the Double-Dutch bus is on the street. You better get off the curb, move your feet. Bus fare, trans-pass, that's the way my money lasts. Ain't got no car, get around when I go to work. I gotta go downtown now, I miss my train. That's a common shame when I'm running late. No sleeps to blame. If you got a wife, you know I'm right.
How about Adrian? You can't see it because you've opted out of the ProView thing, but Adrian put "ho" up on the screen.
Oh, we did it.
Thank you for the hoe on a. I mean, you should hoe
we got the hoe to work on this.
I got a headache.
Well, that was a good hoe. That was a good hoe.
All right, let's get everything we can in. Terry, good morning. How are you, sir?
All right.
Oh wait, now you got to figure that out.
No, I got it.
All right.
There.
Hello, Terry.
Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Avery. Nothing like pops off a good morning after a good hoe. It gets you, Jeff, ready for Vegas. As everybody's calling in, appreciate the show. Anywhere from Grady up north to Jason's ties to the state and you guys, and allow all us to go off, and whether our takes make any sense or not, you allow us to come on, and you're very kind-hearted. So I'll get those out of the way. JJ's not around, so I hope him and his family, Austin and his wife, they do well. Jeff, you have a safe trip with Addie and everything, and keep her in line. Let her not get too wild. Tell her you hit on a South 17 and all that. But I digress. And hey, Marie, Baloo, it's Thanksgiving, and whatever you're having, Baloo, be there. He needs a little extra treat there. Be kind to him.
I spoil him enough.
Give him big extra hugs and say, here under the table a little bit. Sports-wise, Hugh Freeze gets $4 million to coach Liberty. Geez, they got a ton of money. That's crazy on that. But as always, ended a little lighthearted when you tied in how Vegas has changed. When we go in the early 80s, there was Castaways, a little dive motel right in the middle of the strip where we could stay, because we would, in 48 hours, live 2 weeks, because, it was drop in, take a shower, and back at it. But then the mid-'90s, it had turned, and Amory, as you are a comedian, we went to see some of the side comedy stores, and, there were baby strollers and stuff, and the one comedian came out, and he goes, You know, I don't take my hookers to Disneyland. Why do you bring your baby strollers to Vegas?
That's really funny.
And it was, one of those where I laughed, having lived both parts of the really sliminess of the 80s, which was really cool, but they tried to turn it family, which is fine, but it made me laugh. So, really again, I love your guys' show, and I appreciate you allowing me to come on, in my segment. So be safe. Enjoy your families. Take care. Love the show. Take care. Bye-bye.
That's actually a really funny line. Can you use that?
I hope. I don't like to steal jokes, but I hope.
I know, but that's actually pretty funny. All right, JT, what's happening?
Good morning. Can you hear me with no background noise?
Wow.
Yeah, what the hell? This isn't really you. I don't.
We're all just home.
Well, I always take the week of Thanksgiving off just because I'm just a fiend for college basketball. So
right on.
I just get one game after another. So shout out to Eddie Nunez. I saw him at the game last night. I love the fact that he's at all the games. And to A. Marie, thank you for beating the Packers for the race to the number 1 seed. And just like the last caller, remember there was an email that said, "What's JT doing? You can't even hear him. Is he in a tunnel?" He's probably not even listening, and I'm all clear. But I just wanted to tell the Sports Animal family to be safe, be careful. Hope everybody's in good health, and we just, like the last caller said, what would we do without you guys, Jeff? We're just a bunch of knuckleheads. But I just wanted to get my call in. I'll be ready for the Cowboys and the Lobos tomorrow, and then I'll go to the Lobo football game Friday, and then I'll just enjoy whatever, Ohio State, Michigan, and then NFL, and then you know how that goes. So you guys
give us a
good.
give us a listen to Lobo basketball over on News Radio Thursday, Friday if you're out and about too.
Will do. Be careful. You guys take care.
Thanks, man. Have a great Thanksgiving. Thank you. Those calls make me feel so good.
Yeah.
Like I told you, it just validates what we do, and I appreciate you so much. All right, you want me to read as many of these emails as I can?
I mean, yeah, we got like 3 minutes.
Brooks versus Bryson. Does anyone care?
Wait, what?
Is it an exhibition and anticlimactic? I think folks want to see Brooks and Bry battling for a major belt. Yes,
I forgot about that.
Yeah.
When's that?
It's I think Friday.
I'm watching it.
Yeah, we all did. We didn't talk about Jason Garrett getting fired, nor did we call about Cincinnati in the top 4 of the college football playoff. We didn't get to those.
Sorry.
But
Jolly Ranchers were an important subject.
Yeah, no, they were. David said Vegas, something cool to check out is the Pinball Hall of Fame Museum.
Wow.
Hundreds of machines from way back to current. New location near Mandalay Bay. Get a roll of quarters, have some fun. All right, I'll think about that. That's a good one. Lobo Hobo sent me a link on quarterback issues with UNLV. Yeah, they've got a big.
Yikes.
Big. All right, that's where I am.
You couldn't open the texter the last day.
Yeah, I haven't got to the tab.
Sorry, haters.
Has it been loving?
I don't know. I can't see it either.
Hondo says, as if 2021 hasn't sucked enough, Jeff. The Thanksgiving morning game is Bears and Lions. What did we do to deserve that? You got football, man. You got football. I mean, I'm not sure what you did to deserve Bears-Lions, but you get Lions every Thanksgiving, and I'm not sure the last time the Lions were.
Give them something. Let them have it. Poor Lions.
That's their thing. No,
that's their thing. Let them. That's their Super Bowl.
100%.
Just let them have it.
100%. That's right.
Like that poor franchise suffers enough.
100%.
Let Tim Boyle and the Lions enjoy their Thanksgiving tomorrow.
Tim Boyle. Should I pick him up?
Can you imagine? He just goes off on Thanksgiving.
Normally, the Lions play well at home.
And it's a divisional game. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. All right. Hey,
I think the Bears want to lose.
Yeah, they want Matt Nagy.
They want Matt Nagy out. Yeah.
Yeah. You and Kyle. So you're chilling on Thursday, going up to see your mom on Friday.
Yeah. So on Thursday, I have a huge family. So it's the first Thanksgiving I've been home. It's like 40 people, and so that's Kyle will have fun with that. But he's met the whole family already. And what I mean by my mom passed away this year from so she's buried up in Santa Fe. So it's so beautiful. I know, like I don't know why, I just love going to visit. They've done a really good job with the military cemetery up there. So, and he hasn't been to Santa Fe, so I thought that'd be like a fun Friday.
Do that. Make your heart feel warm.
Yeah.
You deserve it. I'm thankful that you are part of what we do. Just so if I don't tell you enough, I'm glad that you landed in our little world. And I think you're incredibly talented, and
Thank you, Jeff.
but more so, I think you're just good people, and I like when good things happen to good people. So enjoy your Thanksgiving. For those of you and all the calls today, I just can't tell you how appreciative I am of all of you who have allowed us to do this show for, 13, I don't remember if it's 12 and a half or 13 and a half years, but I know how
It's a
lucky
long
I am.
time.
Yeah, it's a long run, and hopefully we're not close to being done, but I know every day how lucky I am. I know how fortunate I am, and I'm thankful for being able to come in here and do this every day, or stay home and do it every day.
Yeah, and I thank you too. So keeping my dream alive here in Albuquerque. So thank you.
Let's grow it. Let's grow it. Adrian, thankful for you. You are amazing, and all the ProView crew. You and your girlfriend enjoy the weekend. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowherd after that. 2 Men On will follow that. I'll be over on News Radio tomorrow and Friday with Lobo Basketball. Give us a listen. But more than anything, just have a great, safe Thanksgiving weekend. Enjoy your families, enjoy yourselves, and please be good to each other. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. I'll talk to you tomorrow on News Radio from Vegas, and then we'll be back on Monday morning.
I was at happy hour with my coworker.
And Stephen West is going to win this one very handily. What a dominating performance from Stephen West. And that is Ellery Battle, your 2021 5A Girls NMAA State Cross Country Champion.
Smith trying to get to it. Here's Michael Wan. And they're trying to get a counterattack for Hashigan. Hashigan, she's going to have the shot in the goal. Sandia Prep, Hashigan.
Second and 18 now at the Bernalillo 32-yard line. Rivera back to pass. Rose goes right under pressure. Throwing across his body to Garris. Garris breaks one tackle. Garris could be in the end zone, and he is. Touchdown, Vernon. Touchdown, Academy. 32.
Long shot for goal! And we're all tied up. It's Christian Contreras with the goal.
All right, Gerardo drops back, a little bit of pressure. He goes deep to Valdez right away. Caught it, walks the sideline, and it's going to be a touchdown. Oh, nastiness.
I mean, how is this not prevent?
Your entire secondary should be back.
There he is again, under pressure. Looking at the corner of the end zone. It's a pylon, and no signal yet.
That's a touchdown.
It's got to be, right? No signal.
Give him the touchdown.
The people's champ with a catch. Touchdown! Touchdown!
Like that, something's going to go in. A header by Wagner. Wagner, the left-footed shot, and he will score another. How did that happen?
Wow, he made a nice little flick past the guy and then basically just took a quick step, muscled his way in there, and on his lesser-used foot, tucks it away with the left.
Third and 17. Giannis the play fake, trying to go around left hand's got some room. And a blocker in front, down the left side. Giannis might break it for the touchdown. I don't think anyone's going to catch Giannis. Touchdown. 52-yard touchdown run by David Giannis.
And Nevin Sabatka can't find his spot. It's Sanchit Singh that he's trying to find. Singh will lift it up for Sabatka. Last chance. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Nevin Sabatka finishes the game. The shirt comes off, and the Chargers back-to-back champions as they beat Lovington in overtime again. Wagner, flags stay down. Wagner, he's going to cut some room, and he's going to seal it! A 4-goal game, Alex Wagner